YouTube, what's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video, man. So today's video we're gonna be reacting to, wait, hold on, finish screen record real quick. 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, so in this video we're gonna be reacting to why everyone hates Rekai. Now, as y'all may know, Rekai, he's basically a Castanet clone, but we're gonna react to this video right now.
I warned my mother to come right here. Warned my mother, but I don't want to become an address.
Rekai, a 16-year-old streamer in the WRL community, and most people hearing that he got the police somehow to come to his house isn't even surprising anymore because of the wild things he's constantly doing. Even as someone who was 116, I wasn't thinking about nor actually executing on the wild things that he's doing, or even half of the things I see him doing.
It's not for LeBron to retaliate.
Oh my god, I messed it up.
Jersey! Burning the LeBron jersey?
I'm hoping my mindset wasn't like this, the point where I would grab any signed jersey or any signed anything and burn it for what he feels is just a cool content moment. But if you've seen him at any point on your timeline, you're probably wondering at what point in time do we stop saying that he's just a kid and he doesn't know how to act and he's doing all of this for content, and actually hold him accountable for a lot of the crazy things that he's been doing recently.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I didn't even know Rekai was 16. I thought Rekai was at least like 14-ish. But
if you haven't seen any of
crazy.
them,
And an ad.
What's on your mind, Dion?
An ad.
How Old Spice total body is.
Old Spice, I love it. I love it.
that I'm about to diagnose a lot of the stuff Rekai has been doing recently, from streaming university to even a little bit before that, and seeing where the problem really lies, because a lot of this stuff makes countless people on the internet despise Rekai.
Not the TV. Chat, look at that TV.
For anyone who doesn't know who 2X Rekai is, this is a
That TV cost at least like $700.
streamer who got his fame out being a clone / son of the famous streamer Kai, one of the biggest streamers in the world. And basically Kai gave him a chance. He ended up getting on a call with Rekai, talking to him for a bit, and people started to love him. During their interaction, Kai must have saw the potential he had, because he ended up inviting him out to do collabs with him, and outside of collabs he literally flew him out to stay in the house that he bought for him and a bunch of other streamers called the Clover Boy House. It was an amazing opportunity, and Rekai seemed like he had been flourishing in that house because his growth has been insane ever since. Unfortunately though, the content that he's been making there is very questionable, as you saw a preview of it in the beginning clip, that Rekai decided to call the police and pull a prank on them by quickly calling and hanging up, all because he felt like his hairdresser messed up while doing his hair.
I warned my mother to come right here. Warned my mother, but I don't want to become an address.
The police can literally track your address.
Tell her, I literally called the cops, but I hung up mad quick. They'll put up.
They track the IP address.
I would hope that most 16-year-olds and any 16-year-old that's watching this video has enough common sense to understand that calling the police and immediately hanging up for any reason is not only not a prank, but not a smart thing to do at all, because you're wasting police resources, and it's much more suspicious to call the police and then instantly hang up than to actually sit there and talk to them. But you shouldn't be doing that regardless, and he shouldn't be doing it because he thinks it's a funny content moment. But nowadays it seems like that's all content really is in this sphere, is them doing the wildest things, trying to get the wildest reactions off of crazy stuff that you don't truly need to be doing. And because he's so young and he's in that environment, he's just going to keep on doing those things. He has the mind of a 16-year-old or having the resources of a grown adult.
Literally. I ain't gonna lie, Rekai, you need a whooping now. You need a whooping. You shouldn't be acting like this at your age. Well, maybe. I don't know.
Now, one mistake, burning a jersey, I can see somehow in your 16-year-old head that you thought that would be prime content and just messed up. We can grow and learn from this. Another mistake, you're breaking a TV that somebody just got for another person as a present and don't really seem to
That's
care.
a literal.
Maybe again, it's a 16-year-old mind. That's something we can learn and grow from. A third mistake, you hit a girl in the eye with an Orby, and several other things that happen in between those events. At a certain point, you have to stop giving him the leeway that he is a child. Even myself in some of my videos, I've just said, I mean, he's a 16-year-old kid around a bunch of people. Obviously, he's gonna do dumb stuff. But at a certain point, you have to just stop saying that, hey, he's a 16-year-old doing dumb things, because he has the ability to understand the stupid stuff that he's doing isn't right in any way, shape, or form. How are you gonna sit there and tell me a 16-year-old doesn't know that it's not okay to influence somebody else to throw water or any type of liquid at a security guard?
Oh yeah, chat, I seen this part. This part is crazy. I seen this. Watch this. I ain't see the whole thing though, chat. That is crazy. At the security guard? That is insane.
From throwing water on a security guard who's just trying to do his job, to maybe injuring a girl so bad in the eye that they thought she had to go to the hospital. These aren't just simple mistakes. These are things that are escalating beyond the point of just saying he is a 16-year-old kid. And honestly, a little bit before that, we could have already got to that point where you feel like, hey, you can't just pull the 16-year-old kid card. He doesn't know what he's doing, because anybody at any age has enough common sense to not do half of the things that he's doing. And it really gets to a point where you're starting to wonder, is it just Rekai, or maybe is it the influencers around him? Not just AMP or anybody else that hangs around him that's a streamer, just online influencers as a whole, because his content really isn't that different from anybody else's content you could tap into from the WRL community.
Danny, you can see it on the IRL cam, bro. If the IRL cam is no, Mr. Pool, that way. That way.
I thought that was I was about to say, chat, I thought I was a person in that thing.
It would be hard for me to sit here and just blame Rekai when these are the people that he's being influenced from. These are the people he's looking up to and creating content, and this is all the stuff that they're doing. From harmless stuff like pies in the face and maybe pouring something on top of yourself where you would have to clean it off or take a shower, to throwing entire mattresses in the pool and lighting fireworks in the crib. What 16-year-old isn't going to see that, have the ability to do it, and want to also do it as well? I don't want that to be an entire excuse for Rekai though, because in most situations you see him in, he could definitely find out what.
I ain't gonna lie, chat, like, in my opinion, I think Rekai really just have like a lot of freedom for his age, cause like at 16 years old, he like one of the close to the biggest streamers below Castanet, so like, and he got all this freedom to do whatever he wants, chat. And then not only that, he's making money from it too. Like, I think that's what it is. That's what it is, chat, in my opinion.
Right and what's wrong. But when you're drawing the line at what's content and what's not, it becomes a little bit more blurred. Personally, I don't care how big the YouTube video you're gonna make about pranking me is gonna do. I don't care how big the clip you think you're gonna get all pranking me is gonna do. If you were to come in my room and light a firework, I'm not saying that's content. I'm taking that personally, and I am genuinely mad. But for people like AMP and people like the Clover Boys,
like
where
Asian.
Rekai lives, that literally is just content. Maybe you get a little bit upset here and there, but genuinely they're just doing that for the clip, and a bunch of them there are fine with that. So it becomes a little bit harder when you sit here and have those lines be blurred, what really is content and what's not. And a lot of people, specifically somebody that was at Streaming University with Rekai, even said himself, he doesn't feel like Rekai has that line to begin with.
Rekai don't got no, you know, that tells you, you know, I probably shouldn't do this. It's probably
common sense, basically.
Too far. That nigga Rekai don't got that. This nigga really, we're pouring water on each other. This like the water we throwing bang. What the f you think? We throwing bang on niggas, nigga. Like I just took a shower, brother. Like, what you mean, bro? Like he's like that. You not going with me? You a Yeah, nigga. Because I don't want to throw soda on. I don't want to throw soda on people.
That isn't a crazy escalation from water all the way to soda when you know afterwards a bunch of people are gonna have to shower, take care of themselves, clean, all that, and now you're just making it a ton harder for them to do. But then again, this is modern day WRL content, and if Rekai isn't the one that's gonna be doing it, someone at FaZe Clan might be doing it. If someone at FaZe Clan is gonna be doing it, someone at AMP, some random person in the community is going to be the one doing these things. So even though Rekai does cross lines pretty often, he's not the only one that's doing it. And at the end of the day, can you really even call it crossing lines when the space that he's in is basically doing the exact same thing as him, but just not being his age? I do feel like there's a lot more home training Rekai could definitely have, because certain things he does do is unexcusable at his own age. I don't want to make it seem like, oh, just because everybody else is doing that makes it okay. Doesn't mean.
Cause when I was 16, chat, I didn't have that much freedom that Rekai got. So like, I don't know.
It's okay. It just makes it understandable from his POV why he would feel like it's okay, because he's getting ostracized for doing it. Then he's looking around and being like, this streamer's doing that, this big streamer's doing that.
See what I'm saying?
I'm just copying off of them, and that doesn't make it good or okay. And it makes you wonder if Rekai should really be in these situations with these bigger creators, because again, he is young, very impressionable, at 16 years old, around a bunch of people who are in their 20s, mid-20s, late 20s, around that age, and just mimicking what they do. So it really calls into question if this is the right environment for him as a growing person and just a growing streamer in general. But I don't feel like it would be any better place for him to be, because if he wasn't around
Rekai is kind of crazy,
he'd probably
man.
just be back home, and he's super successful, so he could just do those same things at his own crib. It's really unfortunate. I don't know how you can really solve this problem without looking at the WL community as a whole and just wondering why the content has come to this point to begin with.
So chat, my camera stopped recording for some odd reason, but basically like Rekai, he is a crazy individual. He's a madman. He is a maniac, and he must be stopped. But hopefully y'all boys enjoyed this video. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and we out, man.